So who are you going to do for Men of Jehovah this week?
We're going to talk about Jude, the brother of Jesus, Yeshua. There are some groups who will try to tell you that his name was Jude of Theophilus, but that is not what the Bible tells us. He was the younger brother of Jesus. He was the brother of James, who was also the brother of Jesus. He wasn't James from the Transfiguration, and he wasn't some of the others, like multiple Jameses, and it's a little bit confusing. But his name was Judah. He was named after one of the tribes. Obviously, the tribe of Judah is the kingly tribe that had the inheritance in the Hebrew Bible. But he lived in Jerusalem, and between Judah, the brother of Jesus, and James, the brother of Jesus, those two, along with Peter, the apostle, who was named Simeon, they ran the church in Jerusalem. And for many years, dozens of years, they led believers in the gospel way. They were, in fact, they were called the people of the way. And a lot of people thought that they were Nazarite, had taken the Nazarite vow, but they really just were following after the Hebrew Messiah. And so they were the leaders of the church. And a lot of people think that he did spend a lot of time with the Apostle Peter, because the letters that Peter wrote, especially the second letter of Peter, looks very similar to the letter of Jude that we see in the Bible. Those books were originally at the beginning of the New Testament, not at the end. The Catholic theologian and translator Jerome put those at the end because he was trying to de-Hebrewize the New Testament. So Jerome put all of the Gentile stuff up at the front, and he put all of those generic, what were called general epistles, at the end. That's why Jude shows up right before Revelation in most New Testaments. But in the original order, it was at the beginning, before the book of Romans, before you got to the letters of Paul. Peter, James, John, Jude, those were all letters that were written as generic letters to believers everywhere, and they originally were at the beginning. They're like the kindergarten letters in the Bible. And if you get the Bible back in the original order, you will see that it's a training manual where you start out with the easy stuff and you work your way through up until you get to the pastoral letters, the pastoral books like Timothy and Philemon, along with the book of Revelation, which is really hard, especially if you're not familiar with the rest of the Bible that comes before it. So Jude was a great guy. He wasn't the Catholic version. He's not the guy that the St. Jude Hospital is named after, that's on TV every 10 minutes raising money for kids. That is a Catholic version, and it doesn't have anything to do with Jude, the brother of Jesus. But the Catholics don't want you to think that Jesus had any physical brothers, because they've been pushing the perpetual virginity of the Mother Mary, and that works against that teaching when you understand that Jesus had multiple younger brothers and sisters, all that came after him through his mother Mary, and that she was not perpetually a virgin, but that Jesus really did have younger brothers.